When you hear generational wealth, what comes to mind? For many, it's visions of lavish lifestyles, sprawling estates, and endless bank accounts. But here's a shocking fact. About 70% of wealthy families lose their fortunes by the second generation. Even more surprising, 90% are broke by the third generation. So, what's really going on here? Generational wealth isn't just about having money passed down. It's about the values, skills, and mindsets that come with it. Many believe that inheriting wealth ensures a life of ease, but the truth is more complex. The rich often face unique challenges that can derail even the best financial plans. In this video, we will uncover the secrets of how the wealthy are born, how they live, and how they think. We'll explore the lessons they teach their children and the strategies that keep their wealth growing. From surprising truths about their lifestyle choices to the unexpected ways they prepare the next generation, you'll discover why generational wealth isn't what you think it is. Get ready to learn why having money isn't enough. Let's dive in and reveal the true story behind generational wealth. Chapter 1. Not all silver spoons shine. The myth of being born rich. There's a popular belief that being born into wealth means you're set for life. But statistics show otherwise. About 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation, and a whopping 90% by the third. It turns out that inheriting money doesn't automatically make you good at keeping it. Many rich families know this, and they prepare their children early. But not with endless luxuries. Instead, they emphasize hard work and discipline. A famous quote from Warren Buffett explains it best. Give your children enough to do something, but not enough to do nothing. Even billionaire kids often have to earn their allowance or manage their own small budgets. Some families even set up heir training programs. These are designed to teach kids the value of money by making them responsible for charitable foundations or family-run businesses. They learn how to think long-term, build networks, and create value, not just spend the family fortune. Because at the end of the day, wealth can disappear just as quickly as it was built if the next generation isn't prepared to handle it. Chapter 2. Rich in Values. How affluent families teach wealth from day one. When we think of wealthy families, we often think of expensive toys, private schools, and big houses. But behind closed doors, many affluent families focus less on luxury and more on instilling certain values early on. One surprising fact is that wealthy parents teach their kids about failure. Yes, you read that right, failure. Research from Stanford shows that kids who are allowed to fail learn problem-solving skills faster and become more resilient. In fact, many wealthy families encourage their children to take risks, knowing that mistakes often lead to the biggest lessons. Another common lesson is patience. While many people want quick success, the rich know that wealth grows slowly. Many successful families operate under a 100-year plan. It's not just about making money now but ensuring that future generations benefit. According to a study by the Williams Group, 60% of wealthy heirs blame communication breakdowns or lack of trust in the family for the loss of generational wealth. So, many affluent families prioritize open conversations about money, goals, and expectations to avoid future conflicts. There's also a big focus on connections. The rich often teach their kids that your network is your net worth. They understand that knowing the right people can open doors, whether it's for career opportunities, investment advice, or new business ventures. While most of us are taught to work hard, the wealthy teach their kids to work smart by leveraging relationships. Chapter 3. Living rich isn't what it looks like. The wealthy lifestyle exposed. You might imagine the rich lounging in mansions and throwing lavish parties. While that's sometimes true, the reality of how they live day to day is far more practical and strategic. Many of the wealthiest people are surprisingly frugal. Warren Buffett, for instance, still lives in the same house he bought in 1958, and IKEA founder Ingvar Kamprad famously flew economy class and drove an old Volvo. Why? Because true wealth is about control. Many wealthy individuals practice something called stealth wealth. They don't flaunt their riches. Instead, they focus on accumulating assets that generate passive income, like real estate, stocks, or businesses. This allows them to live below their means while growing their wealth quietly over time. Another lifestyle trait is how they spend their time. According to a study by Tom Corley, author of Rich Habits, 88% of wealthy people spend at least 30 minutes a day reading. But it's not fiction or gossip. They focus on self-improvement, learning new skills, or understanding market trends. The rich see time as their most valuable resource. They delegate tasks that don't contribute to their goals and invest in activities that help them grow personally or professionally. Interestingly, many wealthy people are minimalists at heart. Instead of filling their homes with things, they focus on experiences. A report by BCG found that 72% of wealthy millennials prefer to spend money on experiences rather than material items. They travel, learn new languages, and take up hobbies that challenge them mentally. It's not about showing off, it's about continuously growing and staying sharp. If you're finding these insights valuable, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of wealth and success. Chapter 4. Classrooms of the Elite. Lessons money can't buy. We often think wealthy people get ahead because of elite schools and prestigious degrees. But the truth is, their most valuable lessons are learned outside the classroom. Many wealthy families place a huge emphasis on learning from real-world experiences. As Richard Branson once said, "You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing, and by falling over." That's how the rich approach learning. In fact, many billionaires didn't complete college, including tech giants like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates. What these individuals learned early on is that formal education is just one part of the puzzle. Wealthy families often focus on teaching practical life skills, like negotiation, leadership, and critical thinking. These aren't subjects you'll find in a textbook. Networking is another huge focus. Instead of just teaching their children theory, rich families make sure they are introduced to mentors and influential people who can help them along the way. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki stresses the importance of learning how to manage risk and money through real-life situations, not just traditional schooling. A lesser-known fact is that many wealthy people hire private coaches or mentors for their children. According to a survey by the Wealth Report, 63% of ultra-high net worth individuals use personal mentors or coaches for their kids. The idea is that these coaches help shape a mindset geared towards long-term success, teaching them how to think like an entrepreneur rather than just an employee. Lastly, many of the rich prioritize learning through travel. Forbes reports that 68% of wealthy families encourage their kids to study or live abroad. This global exposure not only broadens their worldview but also gives them a competitive edge in business and life. They understand different cultures, economies, and markets, which is something a classroom can't teach. Chapter 5. The Secret Codes. How the rich teach the next generation. Passing down wealth isn't just about handing over a bank account. The rich understand that to truly sustain wealth across generations, they must teach their children the codes to managing and growing it. One major tool they use is family councils. These are regular meetings where all family members gather to discuss financial decisions, business strategies, and charitable projects. It's a hands-on way to ensure everyone is on the same page and to train the next generation to take over when the time comes. In families with deep generational wealth, it's common to see structured financial education plans. They don't wait until kids are adults to start talking about money. A study by Merrill Lynch found that 77% of wealthy families begin financial education when their children are between ages 5 and 15. They teach everything from budgeting to investing early on, ensuring their kids understand the value of money and how to grow it. Philanthropy is another key aspect of how the rich teach wealth. Many wealthy families establish charitable foundations and involve their children in the decision-making process. This teaches them responsibility and the importance of giving back, which also helps them stay grounded. A study from the National Philanthropic Trust found that 91% of high net worth individuals are engaged in philanthropic giving, and many use it as a tool to educate their children. One strategy that's often overlooked is creating a family mission statement. This is a document that outlines the family's values, goals, and expectations for wealth management. It serves as a guide for future generations and helps keep everyone focused on long-term objectives rather than short-term gains. It's like a blueprint for success. Teaching the next generation is not just about money but about mindset. Wealthy families emphasize resilience and adaptability. As Howard Marks, a billionaire investor, once said, "You can't predict. You can prepare." By teaching their kids to prepare for the unexpected, they ensure that future generations can handle whatever life throws at them, financially and otherwise. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of wealth and would like to learn more, be sure to subscribe for upcoming content that digs even deeper into financial success and generational wealth.